Millions of us will celebrate St. Patrick's Day today, but its meaning resonates most among those who trace their roots to the Emerald Isle. Conor Knighton has sent us a postcard from Dublin.
The ruins of Dunamaise Castle tower over County Laois in Ireland. While it's been centuries since anyone lived here, this American tour group has come to imagine what life might have been like when their ancestors called this land home.
Does that change the experience for you at all?
Yes, it actually does, to know that we've had relatives that probably rode horses out here. I mean, that's exciting, jump those hedgerows. Maybe you lived in a castle, who knows?
More than 30 million Americans claim Irish ancestry. Worldwide, more than 70 million people have Irish roots. And yet, the current population of Ireland is only around 5 million people. In the capital city of Dublin, the Epic Museum tells the story of Irish emigration. That's immigration with an E, the waves of citizens who moved abroad.
Most other countries don't have museums dedicated to everyone who left that country. Is that more of the story of Ireland?
In many ways, the history of Ireland is a history of emigration. We were the only country in Europe to have more people at the start of the 19th century than at the end.
Catherine Healy is a historian in residence at Epic. Exhibits at the museum highlight the achievements of those with Irish ancestry: athletes and entertainers, inventors and authors. Everyone from Cedric Gibbons, designer of the Oscar statuette, to James Hoban, who designed the White House.
A lot of people don't know is that that design is partly inspired by some of the Georgian architecture that you would have seen in Ireland.
23 occupants of the White House can claim Irish ancestry, from President James Buchanan to Joe Biden.
If you forgive the poor attempted Irish, Tamasha Walia, I'm at home.
John F. Kennedy was the country's first Irish Catholic president.
This is not the land of my birth, but it's the land for which I hold the greatest affection.
In 2011, President Obama traveled to the Irish village of Moneygall, where his great-great-great-grandfather lived before setting sail for America.
And he left during the Great Hunger, that so many Irish did, to seek a new life in the New World.
The peak of Irish immigration occurred during the famine of the mid-1800s. Over a 10-year period, the failure of the potato crop prompted an estimated quarter of the Irish population to set sail for America.
It was a journey of desperation, people having no ability to have a livelihood in Ireland.
While the museum tells that story, it also tells the story of cherished Irish cultural exports, from the Irish pub to Irish music.
Have you done some research yourself, or
For an additional fee, it's possible to book a session with a professional genealogist at the affiliated Irish Family History Center. My great-grandparents came over from Ireland in the early 1900s.
I worry a little bit that, like, my great-great-great-uncle was like the town streaker or something like that. There's no skeletons in the closet you're about to uncover?
Only fun stories.
Genealogist Kaylee Beelan uncovered lots of fun stories, from a record of dog licenses
Your ancestors had so many pet dogs.
to the origin of Criggan, my great-grandparents' last name.
The Irish for the name is O'Criacán, which means descendant of Criacán, which is like a short person, which I thought was extremely funny.
So I'm related to leprechauns.
You're related to leprechauns, yeah, I know.
Done.
Had
Cut.
to put it in, yeah, finished now.
Although it turns out there was at least one troublemaker in the family.
Your second or third great granddad was brought to court for the crime of herding 2 head of cattle on the public road. And I even think public road is a very strong use of the word there.
I'll be free to leave the country, though?
You'll
There's
be
no
free.
outstanding
You'll be
warrant
free.
for our...
You have to pay, what is it, 6 pence.
Epic stands for Every Person is Connected. You can find Irish links everywhere. The museum recently hosted an exhibition on Irish migration to the Caribbean. While St. Patrick's Day parades around the world are full of people proud of their Irish heritage, Catherine Healy says it's taken time for the Irish to view emigration as something to celebrate.
For a long time, our diaspora has been overlooked, and there's been a lot of shame associated with emigration. And that tragedy is still there because we're not just talking about famine emigration here, we're also talking about single mothers who had to leave this country and because of the shame associated with having a child outside of marriage.
Epic was created to highlight the positive impacts of Irish immigration. The walls feature a quote from Ireland's former president, Mary Robinson.
After all, emigration isn't just a chronicle of sorrow and regret. It's also a powerful story of contribution and adaptation.
Centuries of giant contributions, all coming from a small island.